Hey, we're starting a little lesson now on thinking about long-term athlete development, thinking about developing the athlete from many different areas, also known as holistic athlete development. Instead of thinking about it just on field or on court or in the pool or even in the weight room in the training situation, we need to think about athlete development as being really holistic and coming from a lot of different angles. Okay, when we stack these different things on top of one another and build them and lean them on top of each other's, these different aspects of developing as the whole athlete can help us actually achieve higher results. Okay, so the top of everything that we're trying to do is to achieve performance. Okay, so performance is essentially executing a task successfully over time. And then when you attach high performance to performance, it's just being more consistent over time. So consistently executing and doing my job. So let's look at our athlete development pyramid. It is important to note, as represented by the light blue perimeter here, that we have to choose to opt into this model. So as coaches, as staff, as anybody that's working to support an athlete, it doesn't matter what the supporting structure looks like if the athlete has not made the decision to actively opt in and to want to develop over time. Okay, so when we think about that, we call that the championship mindset. Okay, so I have to consistently show up every day, but I have to choose to want to get better. The bottom of the pyramid, when we think about health and wellness, we think about the bottom of the pyramid. Any type of pyramid, it needs to be wide and it needs to be thick. It's the foundation. Okay, our health and wellness, it's just the simple low-hanging fruit of our lives, habits, choice, how many hours of sleep we get, whether we carry a water bottle and stay hydrated or not, and the little bitty things. The longer and the wider, the thicker this foundation of our pyramid is, the more things we can tack on and stack on the top. The middle section, the navy section here, are what we call from the lit, the coactives, things that athletes can actually choose to get better at and can train in our training facilities. Okay, so you have the physical, often represented by developing maybe in the weight room, developing some sort of physical robustness, stature, okay, and having the ability to maybe repeat tasks over and over and having a high degree of conditioning or speed exposures or speed outputs, okay. The middle are technical and tactical blocks. Sometimes go hand in hand, but they are different. Our technical is simply skill, okay, so skills that's maybe specific to the position that I play or sport that I play. And the tactical aspects, that's essentially like your X's and O's or your scheme. The mental block is something that can transcend all the other blocks, but it's essentially having the right headspace to succeed and move on and continue to move, or to have some sort of setback or failure and to be able to clear that and to move on. All four of these coactives work together. And then, as we mentioned at the top, our high performance structure at the top is simply just consistently being able to achieve what I'm supposed to do. I got to do my job over time. You know, performance can happen without a robust structure underneath. It can, but over time, it's probably not going to consistently stay the same. So because of that, we always want to think about we're an athlete or we're a coach, we're a performer 365 days a year, 7 days a week. It doesn't necessarily mean we got to be grinding, we got to be working every single second, but we got to be intentional with the choices we make. Over the next little bit, we're going to break down this pyramid into chunks, into manageable pieces, and we're going to disseminate it. And we're going to break down this entire piece, and we're going to be talking about holistic long-term athlete development.